Hello everybody, here we are with the SMG comparison. So as you look around through the SMG class, you notice there are quite a few, and you'll also notice that these three aren't unlocked on mine, and that's because there was a little glitch that happened to me in my Prestige where I went into a local game with my friend and came back, and it reset my classes and took away all my unlocked tokens. So unfortunately, I am sitting with no unlocked tokens. I had about 30 unused, and I lost all of them, and it locked up all my guns again and all my stuff. So I'm just kind of dealing with that, and that's why the Vector and the Shecom and the Scorpion are locked still. So I just kind of want to go over everything about the SMGs and what I think is the best. A lot of them are really similar, so the Scorpion and the MP7 are both really similar, but I'll get to that later, and let's just go up down the line, and I'll start with the MP7. So the MP7, as you can see, has a higher fire rate and a high rate of damage. However, its accuracy and its range are rather low, so it's got a lot of kick with it. It's kind of like, it reminds me a lot of the MP5K from Black Ops 1, where it had a lot of side-to-side recoil that was really noticeable, so you have a bit of trouble going for long range. You're going to have to kind of burst if you're going for real long range. But this is a really good gun in my opinion. I think it's one of the better, if not the best, SMG. Just because it has the power and it has the fire rate, and it's just... what I'm trying to say is it's better than the other SMGs because with the higher rate of damage and the high fire rate, you are going to get kills faster. With guns like the PDW and the Vector and the MSMC, you get a lot of hit markers, and I'm not saying they're not good, but I think that when you get face-to-face confrontation close up and you both start fighting, or like a gunfight at the same time, both start shooting each other at the same time, you're most likely going to get the kill with the MP7. This gun is built for close range. Moving on to the PDW. So this gun, it's got a higher fire rate, less damage, but it's got more accuracy. Its recoil is more to, when you're shooting, it's upwards and to the right, and it's not too noticeable, but it is kind of weird when you're going for range because it's up and to the right. It's not just a straight up or side to side. So that's something to pay attention to. This gun has a few problems, like I was saying, where you get a lot of hit markers with it, and you don't always win close engagements, as well with long range engagements, because you get a lot of hit markers, and it gives the enemy time to duck behind a corner. A good attachment would be grip, just to get rid of that recoil so that you're more straight on. Same with the MP7, however, the MP7 you're still going to see noticeable recoil even with grip. Now, the Vector, compared to the PDW, is pretty similar. It's got more accuracy, so it has really no recoil, which is really a big plus with this gun. One of the main reasons I would use it. It's a really good SMG. And it's also, as you can see, got more fire rate and a bit more damage. However, it has less range, and that is true because you're trying to go for range. You get a lot of hit markers with this gun. It's just it's a wreck trying to go for medium to long range. So that's gonna be a problem when you're trying to go for long range on a bigger map. Even with long barrel, it's not going to make much of a difference, which makes this gun a bit problematic. But if you're playing on like Nuketown, then this gun's going to be a really good go-to gun. But I don't think it's the absolute best for the reason of the range, and that's just the killer with that one. The MSMC is probably the most all-around good submachine gun, which is a good thing and a bad thing. The fire rate's pretty high, which is all of the SMG's fire rates are really high in this game. They're really popular for that. The damage is really high. It's got good range, and its accuracy is pretty nice too. Now after the patch, they did add some recoil to it, so you're going to want to pop a grip on it just to keep the recoil down. The iron sights are not bad. So the one thing that I think is killer with this gun is reload time. I think the reload time is pretty long, and you're going to want to put a fast mag on it to keep the reload times down and get you back in the gunfight. Another problem I have with this gun is its clip size. Its clip size is only 30 compared to 36 in the Vector, 50 in the PDW, and 40 in the MP7. So you're going to end up running out of ammo a lot, and with the slow reload and no sleight of hand, that's a big issue. So this is a lot. I mean, I see this gun a lot. A lot of people love the MSMC. But once again, it's not my favorite, and I'll get back to that in a bit. And here's the Shicom, and this gun is, I think, severely underrated because it is a burst gun. And I think what you could do with this gun is you level it up to get select fire, put a grip and select fire on it, and you're good to go. I mean, it's actually quite a good gun, but it's just underrated because everyone sees the burst and just goes, oh yuck, I don't want to deal with that. When actually the burst, you can fire it fast enough that it's almost like rapid fire. I mean you're not holding down the trigger, but it's good. You're still firing bullets off really fast, and it's a powerful gun. It is underrated. You're not going to see too many of these, but I would at least give it a shot, because it is actually a pretty good gun. So I would use it in a few games, just try to get the feel for it, because it is quite an excellent gun all around. And the Scorpion Evo, which is the final gun, which has highest fire rate and highest damage, however, its range and accuracy are horrible. You cannot get even a medium range kill with this weapon, which is why I think it's not quite as good as the MP7, because its range is atrocious, and its accuracy is not too bad. You can put a grip on it. You can do that with any of the SMGs. I would recommend all across the board with any of them a grip, a foregrip attachment, and that's easy to fix. But the range is hard because long barrel really does not affect too much. It doesn't give that much of an edge. So I'm going to go back now to why the MP7 is my favorite. So I really love the damage. I think it's okay for range and accuracy. The accuracy is a big problem with the recoil, but either way, I'm going to show you some gameplay of this weapon and kind of explain a bit more of why it's so good compared to the others. So just stay tuned for that, and I'll get to that in a second. Okay guys, so here is the gameplay with the MP7. I'm on Hijacked, and I have 2 bloodthirsties to go to get this thing gold prior to this game. I ended up getting one of them in just about 2. You'll see it was pretty frustrating, but this kind of shows you everything that is good with the MP7 and why it is good. Here's number 1. Those iron sights are amazing. You can't go wrong with them. Some of the other SMGs, they really obscure your view. These iron sights are pretty amazing, and you're not going to have any problem with them. You won't need a reflex or any other helpful other sight, so that is good news. As you can see, my class setup is stock, grip, and laser sight. I have the laser sight because the recoil is a tad bit less noticeable when you're going from the hip, and also when you're close, sometimes you just need to spray and pray and not worry about looking down the sights, and that really does help you a bit easier. And as you can see in this gameplay, they really like to use shock charges, and those were a big factor that screwed me over. So normally I would have Engineer as my 3rd perk. However, since the whole thing happened with my classes that I explained earlier, I didn't have any unlock tokens to re-unlock it. So normally I would have that. My perks would be Hardline, just because I like getting my kill streaks easier, because they do really help out. I would have Toughness, because Toughness is actually probably the best perk for the 2nd tier, because of the fact that when you're getting shot, you still maintain a lot of your accuracy, where normally you kind of jump around a lot, and it ends up screwing up your shots. So that ends up winning you a lot of gunfights, which is fantastic, especially with the MP7 with a lot of the recoil if you're going for range. And then my third perk would be Engineer, but I believe it's Dexterity, because that is just the default with the third perk. So there's another shock charge there. Kind of, you normally want to watch out for those. You can see them easily with Engineer, and you just want to take them out before you rush into somewhere you know someone's camping. And as you can see, I just rushed their spawn and took them out before they even had a chance to think about it, which is one of the really key factors about the MP7. You can beat shotguns at close range a lot of times, and I like that about it because it's meant to be like what an SMG really is, which is a close range, high rate of fire gun. It's not meant to go long range, which they try to do with some of these with the Chicom. So that's, I mean, it just kills so fast, and it's fantastic. So I would definitely highly recommend this gun. As you can see, I'm starting to go on a death streak here. I still finished 24 for 12. I just go on a bit of a bad streak towards the middle, and then I pick it right back up towards the end again, and end up leading the team and having a 2.0 KD, which isn't half bad. Not the best in the world, but not half bad. And this gun is, if you're going for gold, which I have it gold now, and it looks pretty sick. You're gonna get a lot of headshots with this gun. A lot of people do kind of complain that it's hard to get headshots, that I know, but the recoil does jump up the gun, and when you're using laser sight, you'll find that you'll just get random sprays that give you headshots, and so it's not that hard. The Bloodthirsties isn't too hard either. You just kind of have to put your tryhard pants on, and you can't just rush to the middle of the map. You kind of just have to go around, be more careful. Hijacked is perfect for getting Bloodthirsties, just because you can go invade the spawn and stay kind of to the sides or stay in the buildings. There's a lot of options to get the Bloodthirsties in this map, and that makes it easy. The no perks and no attachments, you just do those right at the same time. It's not too bad. You're gonna lose a few things, like you're gonna lose the range just because you won't have the accuracy from the foregrip, and you're also going to lose the hip fire bonus of the laser sight. But also, my third attachment, because I use primary gunfighter, I like to get the most out of my primaries, because I don't know, I don't ever feel like switching to my secondary, and I think your primary is your main gun, so I would stick with that, and I would use either the stock, the extended clip, or the fast mag, because this gun's reload is really fast compared to some of the other guns like the MSMC, but sometimes you just want to have the dual mag to reload faster if you're in a really desperate situation and you need that reload. Extended mag, because then you have a bigger mag than the PDW, which is always a plus, and puts a little step up on that, because a big argument for the PDW is this mag size, but it's just too many hit markers for me. I don't think it gets you the kills too fast, and the game is just about over here. You will see that I'm leading the team 24 and 12. So thanks for watching. Look forward to some more class setups, and I will see you guys next time.